I thought I didn't turn it on. So there you are. Okay. I was thinking there's something missing here, and I thought, it's my people. My people. And then there you are. So I don't know if I've been talking at all. I was thinking to myself there, I wanted to get something, I wanted to make something greenish. Yeah, and what I might do actually is use a stencil to do the top of the foxglove in that green colour, dark green, and I can always lighten it. After the event, after putting on the dark, I could put the light green over it maybe. I even use a stencil for that part as well, actually. And you know what, then I think I'll use the, I'm going to make the colour of the foxglove, the flowers themselves. If I can find, if I can make that colour, that would be good. But you know, I need to get myself some cleaner brushes. I got some new packs of these, so I'll just use a new one, because I want the foxglove to be nice and clean anyway, for sure. Oh dear God, new brush, but look what happened straight away. Just jam it in and hopefully it'll stay. So I thought, yeah, what I want to do is to create a dark colour first for the shadow side of the foxglove flowers, and then I'm going to lighten up the jug as well. I'm just looking at it and feeling like I want to bring in something like cerulean blue in there or something. But yeah, I'm going to do the foxglove flowers. So I've got alizarin crimson. I think if I mix that with a bit of this blue here, it's ultramarine blue, I think it's the green shade, just because that's all I have, that I'll get a colour that'll be good enough for the shadow side of the foxglove flowers. I think this is quite a good shape for them. And it's a really dark colour that I'm putting in here. But I think it'll be alright when I've got it dispersed. Another one there. I put a touch of white in just to reveal the colour a little bit. Made it quite a bit lighter now. Mostly putting this in the areas where there isn't any oil paint, because this is just it's acrylic ink. I think I could do with some maybe some of this green. I want to bring back some of that kind of bright spring green colour. So I've got sap green and the lemon yellow and a bit of white, I think. Maybe some of the cadmium yellow actually. Maybe a bit more white. I just feel like I need to put that bright green in a few places. And again, it's like I don't really need to know exactly what's going on there, but just flashes of green here and there I think would be a good addition at this stage. And so I'm noticing where I'm finding the light, you know, where I see there to be light green, and without considering painting a plant or anything, I'm just noticing where I want that injection of brightness to be. And I think there's something here. Maybe up in the foxglove I could use some of this as well. Lighter greens. Just like to officially welcome the bumblebee, not bumblebee, blue bottle, awful thing, to the party. Okay. You know, at this stage now, I think one of the most helpful things I could do would be to just locate places where I feel there needs to be a bit more life, and then use a stencil to bring that life in. I kind of need to decide what colour I want to use as well. Just going to lift off that drip. Could try this one. Might need to be a bit brighter, a bit more yellowy. stencil is caked in paint. Yeah, I think I want to put something down here. There you go. I think I'm going to stop soon now. That's really nice of you, Colin. Hanging up Aaron's wet shirts. I'm actually doing a video. I didn't realise I'd turned on a little about 20 minutes ago there. It's been fairly silent so far. It's been fairly silent so far. This is Erin's day 5 of her evening shifts. It's fairly full on. Right, I feel like I've not got an awful lot more to say here now. Just leave it alone, I'd say, and then come back to it if I see anything desperately needing attention. When I, I can just leave it on the wall and have a look every so often. I was going to bring some cerulean blue in there, wasn't I? It just looks to me like it's a little bit dull there, the vase, just the way I've painted it with the brown on the shadow side. I think I could do with a couple of light bits of like turquoise or cerulean blue along the middle. It'd be nice if I had turquoise. Like I do have turquoise ink, and I haven't used any. Or I have the teal alcohol ink. I was going to say I haven't used any oil paint in that bit, so I should be able to use the alcohol ink there, but maybe I'll just stick with the cerulean blue in the oil. So it might be quite nice to have a substantial bit of paint there rather than just runs, I think. We'll see. The idea was like a light cerulean blue, so mixed with white. That's it there, look. That kind of colour. I thought something like that. Maybe it needs to be lighter again, but something like that I feel is what I want to put into the space here. Just a couple of wee bits. Where dark changes to light, kind of. Yeah, I like that colour. Where else? Let's see. Yeah, I think I will move around the painting with it a bit. I think there was a dearth of cerulean blue in this painting. Maisie's gone out with the dog walker today now, so if you're wondering if I've shut her in a cupboard, I haven't. And so we have peace. I think this might be what I want to do with my life, is just this. If I could just kind of, I could too, couldn't I? It doesn't stop me, only the fear that it wouldn't work out. if I was to just stop everything and just paint. I think I would need to have, or I would love to have occasions where I'm meeting with other creative folk in the midst of my daily life though. And you would think maybe getting a studio in a building like what I have in jugxx and I don't use would be the thing. But it's something different. I think what I want is like creative conversations with musicians and poets and sculptors, and you know, as well as painters, to have the talk more about that, you know, spirit of creative action than particulars of painting or something like that. Yeah, so first thing is to start talking about it, isn't it? I mean, I have been thinking about all of this all the way through the years, and I've often thought that, and it is true for me, that there's definitely, you know, the teaching has been lovely, and I really do love that communication through teaching. So there's that as well, and the commission portraits are helpful. But I wonder if I could give myself just a sabbatical, how that would work. Freedom to play for a year, how about that? Freedom to play for a year. Okay. This might be the closing stages. You know what that means. Another half an hour. No, it doesn't. What I'm looking to do is something here. Something there. I'd say it might be stopping time, guys. As I did that there, I kind of feel like I want to bring some lighter grey down to there as well now. And the stencils are a very good way, I think, of doing it without getting too contrived or finicky. I'll try this stencil, see how that works. It's kind of a totally new mark. I'm not really very happy with myself using these brushes to push the paint through the stencil because I want them to stay intact at the edge. But I didn't have a variety of brushes around me there, so, and I wanted to just do this when I think of it. So, it's okay. I could just use my fingers now. I didn't mean to make it white, but it's alright, I think. Putting in some really dark bits now in the center again. Now that there's a bit more action around about, I feel like it's helpful to put something dark to increase the contrast in the central flowers as well. And when I say contrast, really I'm talking about the darks. I want to heighten the darks there. So I'm mixing crimson with the ultramarine blue for now anyway. I just want to make a really sharp dark rather than go for greens and things. I mean, I could make it a bit more green, couldn't I? Just a little bit of green could go in there. The Viridian green makes a nice dark along with the alizarin crimson. So that's what I'm doing now. Yeah. So now it's got more. You can't see what I'm doing. This is, you know, I suppose this is where they're free. But if you do have Viridian green in your house, try mixing it with alizarin crimson, and it makes a really nice, rich green dark that can just really enhance the lights beside it. Just putting a little bit of the solvent into it there. I'm using sans odor, like, you know, I'm painting in the living room here now, like, so it's helpful not to have anything that's too smelly. So sans odor is what I've been using, which is based, I think, on lemon juice or something. It's not toxic. It still smells a little bit. It's not too bad. I'd forgotten I was going to put the back on that daisy. maybe the stem too. Yeah, I think that's okay. I thought to put like a smaller flower stencil on there. It feels to me like the kind of ghost of the flowers are heading off up. Something like that, you know, the spirit of them is fluttering off. And I could, what I could do on the light side is maybe create some petals of purples that might be taking off into the sky over on this side. I was going to say I don't have a purple oil paint, but I do, which I could have used there. I forgot I did find a purple. Maybe a cleaner colour to use. It's nearly an hour. You know, when you can find purple paint rather than have to mix it, it does tend to be cleaner and brighter. So I'm going to do that. I don't know if I'm making too much of a mess here. on the edge of, is it on the edge of too muchness? I don't know. Let's see. Just do a couple of marks. With the purple paint mixed with the white. Yeah, like the central daisies need to hang it all together there, really, don't they? Okay. I think I made that corner a bit too messy, do you know? So what I'm doing here now is I'm putting white out again. And instead of trying to sort out the messiness of that muddy bit, I'm going to just use a stencil to put a pattern over the top of it. And hopefully that'll work to stop it reading as just a mistake or something. Let's see. It's okay. And then a different pattern down there. I think we're okay. I was just thinking there, you might be thinking, it's too much. It's too much. But actually what I thought then, because I'm talking to myself and saying that maybe a little bit too. And then I remembered the abundance of nature and how nature is never too much. Like there's flourishes of every sort of thing, and there's so many varieties of every kind of flower and everything, and it's not too much. It's okay. You know, abundance. It's okay. And I love the little flashes of brightness that make me remember the flickering light of all of this stuff. Light which first, you know, drew the flowers out as well, like. So the flashes of lighter colour, I think, throughout are, I like that. Rightio, so this is, that's this one done. Come on, Anya, isn't it? It's done. Stop it. I have the chiropractor soon, so I need to give myself a wash and stuff. All this oil paint all over me. Okay, well, what about that now? What about that? I reckon I'm finished. It's over an hour. There's not an awful lot of carry-on happening really in terms of talking or anything, but it's a good painting. I feel like on the screen it looks like a good painting to me. I still, one step removed, it looks better to me always, you know. I think the backlighting of the screen helps. But